It's the 9th of March. We've just had a youth intake, but first and foremost, I want to talk about our new facilities. Our training facilities and youth facilities are both up to excellent. So, we're getting closer and closer towards the end goal of the facilities upgrade, which is going to be the dream. Having both of them be state of the art would be delightful in the future. It's just a shame we've reached the maximum for the youth facilities right now, which, if we win some European competition, we could probably improve. I think. I'm certain it's down to the idea of the reputation of the club more than anything else. That being said, we've made some transfers, so let's talk about those first and foremost. I've sold Jaskalainen to a side in Serbia, Radniki. He's played 7 times so far, conceded 8 goals with a 6.9 average rating, which is not terrible. To be fair, they are a bottom half side looking to avoid being dragged into a relegation fight, which is fine. He's doing well for himself. He's also getting paid 1.2 grand a week, so clearly we were overpaying him. But the fact we got the money that we did, which was 140,000, meant we doubled the money we got. So yeah, we doubled the money we paid, and it's good investment for a player that we barely ever played. Stefan Hasek has also been sold, this time to Lugano. We sold him for £950,000. He's actually doing quite well for them in the second tier of Swiss football, which I swear Lugano were a good team, so that might be a thing where nothing's going right for them there. But we paid £51,000 for him to join us. We made an £899,000 profit, so we've done well here. The Dragon has signed for Red Star on loan for the rest of the season. He hadn't been doing very well for us this year, so he needed some first team football elsewhere. His average rating of a 6.83 is not great, even though he scored 3 times. He did only start 5 times, mind you, but we needed to get him out and playing first team football. He was never going to be a player that would be considered homegrown for the Champions League, so this is why I made this decision. And hopefully, he could develop and get the first team football he needs to further help his development. I might look to sell him in the summer if things don't work out. I like him, he's really good. He just, for whatever reason, after his injury, never really clicked this year after a good first season, so it's annoying to say the least. And we've also sold Palaversa for £1.6 million to Rapid Bucharest, and I think we've done well to get £1.6 million. Given we signed him for nothing several years ago, he's been good. It's a shame that his injury has kind of hurt his momentum, and then all the new midfielders we brought in definitely hurts his chance of a game first team football. I'm still amazed we made £1.6 million profit on him, but there you go. But we have made a signing, and it's Botang Bilal. Now, he's Hungarian, he's trained in nations, so he's a homegrown product, and he's a defender, so we need to strengthen defense, because I was concerned that potentially if we got an injury, we'd be concerned and we would have issues. He's started 3 times so far, which tells you that yes, he did get an injury. He's also an Hungarian international, so as far as I'm concerned, this guy is good. He's also consistent and likes big matches. He's also considered a good player for the division, so a good backup rotation option for me, and that was what I was looking to get with this guy. We signed him for £800,000, which to be fair is a loss for Malaga, though given they made £300,000 for him on a loan deal, they made £100,000 overall, but we made some good money, and he was a player that we needed, and it makes sense to bring the guy in, so it's good to bring him back. The fact he's spent most of his career in Italy really makes me wonder how on earth he ended up becoming homegrown. But okay. Either way, we've had a load of games since we last met, so let's go over them. The first game we had was a 3-0 defeat against PSG, and when Savic, who's upset at this point because he's been refused to move, does that, we're not in for a good time. And PSG make it 2-0 inside 61 minutes, then Dembele, proven to be a nuisance with his cross, finds Ramos, and this is a PSG side looking to win every single game in the league phase. They make it 3 with this corner. Mendes finds Boselli, and Boselli scores to complete the rout. Sebastian Boselli, who is he? He's this guy. Honestly didn't know who he was before. Apparently he's been at Tottenham and Napoli, and now is at PSG. On loan for Napoli. So, should I be annoyed that he's on loan at PSG? Can I sign him? Yes, that is a cheap deal. What on earth? I'm actually jealous. I'm actually really jealous. What the heck? But yeah, we were absolutely destroyed by PSG and deserved to lose. We just had no answer for them. But in our last Champions League game, we beat RB Leipzig by a goal to 0. Carlos Soler finds the Dragon, and this was his last goal before he went on loan to Red Star. And yeah, the fact that that is his last goal for us, and it's a winner against RB Leipzig, is quite nice. It's just a shame we're out of the Champions League. Not for the lack of trying though, we did finish in 29th place, just behind Newcastle on goal difference. RB Leipzig and Schalke also there as well. We beat Feyenoord, and if we'd beaten Nice, we would have gone through. I'm just going to say that the Nice result is the one that's cost us everything, because we were winning that game, and we let 2 goals get scored against us, and we even conceded a late goal. So if we had not conceded that late goal, we still would have been out, but it would have been on goal difference and nothing else. So a win against Nice would have done it. That's a shame, to say the least. But we made it through, so that's fine. So now that I'm talking about European competitions, I should talk about Ferencváros. They have just been knocked out of the Conference League in the round of 16 by Torino. They actually won the first leg by 2-1. And I am proud of them, because I don't think they deserved this win, but they got it either way. It's just a shame that Torino took what happened in the first leg and absolutely humiliated Ferencváros. So they beat them 4-1 at the second leg to win 5-3, and they are through to the next round. Ferencváros had 2 horrifying performances in the centre of the park, and it cost them massively. I don't envy their manager one bit. Our next game, though, was against Nagasaki, and we beat them 2-0. For the first time in a very long time, we've not lost to them. We had lost 3 games in a row before this game, and Tuijano scored the opening goal. We then doubled our lead. Boxe finds Kusura, I think. Yes, he finds Kusura, and Kusura doubles our lead to ensure we beat Nagasaki for the first time in a long time, and they finally stopped beating us. It's a nice feeling, especially when we've got to face them in the cup later on. We then took a Vasas and only drew 0-0 despite the fact we had a much better team. This was frustrating. I don't know what happened here, but their goalkeeper decided to become really, really good. Admittedly, we should have at least got more shots on target, but that's neither here nor there. The XG tells me we should have done a lot better. And then we lost to Ferencváros, and this is before their Torino matches, so we can't claim it was that being the reason, but they were really good here. Our goalkeeper decided to be an absolute moron though, and Joseph Bricola scores the winning goal. What makes it even more bizarre is the fact that Nicola actually redeems himself by saving a penalty later on, but we should have at least done better here. We weren't at our best, even if we had 2 really bad injuries. Abofani shot saved, but even so, we should have done better here. Kusura and Soler were both injured inside the first 26 minutes. Maybe that's hurt us, but also with all the players wanting to leave at this point, and I'm talking about a lot because we've got Savic wanting to leave, we've got Balanta also wanting to leave, and we got a few other players I can't remember off the top of my head right now wanting to leave. It hurt us, and it annoyed me more than I want to admit. We then took on Nagasaki and beat them 3-2, but only after we went 2-0 down. 5 minutes in, we're 1-0 down. Afori with the opening goal. And then in the second half, they scored from a corner, and oh my word, we were not good here. Afori doubling his tally, doubling the lead. I was scared, but then we got a penalty. Salazar scored it to make it 2-1. And in the 78th minute of the game, we equalised. Victor finds Bogner. He finds Hagedus, who scores his first ever goal for the club. A youth academy product scoring for us. And then we won the game in the 117th minute. Hagedus finds Boxe. Boxe gets the winner. And I'm going to say this here now. Adrian Hagedus might have won us the match here with his performance. Mostly because he got a goal and an assist today. That's outstanding from the youngster. And this is how good he is. You would not have thought this would be the kid that would help us win that game, but he's quite good actually, isn't he? And I think he came through our academy, professional personality. He's a good second tier player who at the time was only 16. So that makes it even more impressive, doesn't it? The next game we had was against Kisvada, and we won this game thanks to this wonder goal by Torrijano. That might be the goal of the season, and perhaps the goal of the save so far. That was an outstanding goal, and if that's not a goal of the season contender, I don't know what is. What a finish. The last game we had before we met up was against Puxy, and we beat them 2-1. Forbes gets the opening goal of the game. That does look deflected, but I'm not complaining. It's the opening goal inside 11 minutes. We then score from a corner, and it is helped on by a bit of goalmouth scramble, but Balanta scores, and it's doubling our lead. We did consider the goal later on. We'd made 4 substitutes at the same time at this point. Keeper makes an absolute mess of that, and that's terrible. But we still won, despite the fact we gave up that kind of effort, but Nicola was not great in his role here. He should be doing a lot better. As things stand, though, we are 6 points clear of Puskas Academia? Yeah, they've come out of nowhere suddenly to claim second spot. Vasas have absolutely fallen off the pace. We're now 10 points clear of them, 9 points clear of Fanfaras we are. And it's Puskas Academia of all teams that are second place. So, yeah, top 4, a league of their own. We are 19 points clear of fourth place, Debreceni, with 11 games to go. So, I like to think we should be fine. I don't envy the team that's bottom of the table who have just a single point to their name. Who do they draw against? Of course, it's them. That's just ironic, isn't it? Budapest and Fanvar had a horrifying season so far, but hopefully next year, with 5 European spots, we can be good. Speaking of European spots, because of their win against Torino, Fanfaras gained an extra 0.5 points in the coefficients, so that's a good sign. It is a shame we didn't win overall, because we could have seen more points be gained here, but that's a good start either way. We are 11th this year, and I don't think we're going to go further down or lose any more positions, but it's a good season for us either way. Our best of the save so far. We are in 18th, but we definitely will be jumping up to 15th place, and that's a guaranteed thing as far as I'm concerned now. This has been an outstanding season for our point of view, and if we can get more seasons like this, we are going to be golden. Next year, we have to look at Denmark and potentially Scotland and Croatia as targets, because they're all losing better years than us. Denmark in particular are losing a 14.0 season. We're losing a 5.625 year. Scotland losing 8.1 and Croatia are losing 7.5. So already those look like very viable targets. So 12th place has to be the main aim for next season. But now we're going to talk about our youth intake, and this is not a good one, but there's one player that absolutely stands out above the rest. Richard Kovacevic is the player that stands out like a sore thumb. He's already considered a second-tier player, ironically enough. So that's how good we've gotten, that this is now a second-tier player, and it's a 1.2 star current ability player. And he looks like a player that could be really exciting. Now, admittedly, attacking midfielder, we don't use those, though he can play in central midfield. So maybe, just maybe, we play him back there. He can't jump because he's very short, but that's fine. We just need to find a place to fit him into our system, because I definitely want to make sure this guy is going to develop. Either way though, I'm going to be ending this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. What do you think of our transfer business in January, and how far do you think we can go in future seasons after some of our victories in the Champions League this year? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions and all of that down below. But anyway, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.